In 2024, dating has become ruthless and competitive. With the technological advances we've made in society being the main culprit. Social media and dating apps have leveled the playing field. Today, women have an edge that they've never had, with choice and options at their fingertips. Now, the gap between the men who can and can is the highest it's ever been. So where does that leave you? Frustrated, disappointed, lonely, left on scene, canceled dates, ghosting, let's just be friends, and I need to get to know you more rejections. I know it seemed like you're on a dark, dead-end road, but that changes right now. I have the solution for you. I have the keys to transform you into the ladies' man that women can't resist. Yes, you too can be amongst the 5% of men who know this game. This system will teach you the entire seduction process from the initial approach all the way to sexual escalation. Gain valuable skills in screening, texting, flake prevention, sexual escalation, and so much more. Are you ready to start winning? Are you ready to become the ultimate ladies' man? Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 67. Game tips for the summer. Let's get it, guys. This episode of the Saver Bro Show is brought to you by the Ladies Man Bundle. Yes, that's my bundle. It's going to teach you how to be a ladies man. It's going to teach you how to date. It's going to teach you how to play the game, whether you want to find you a wife, whether you want to play around, whether you want to get your numbers up, whatever you want to do, this is going to do it for you. I can promise you that. Listen, get on the wait list right now. Go to ultimateladiesman.com and put yourself on the wait list. When you get access, and you get access to the Ladies Man Bundle, these are some of the things that you're going to learn or be able to apply to your game. You're going to learn how to maximize your attractiveness so that women find you irresistible. You're going to learn how to thoroughly screen women, look for high interest indicators, women in a whole phase, vulnerable women, attention whores, time wasters, professional daters. I'm going to teach you how to screen through all of that. You're going to learn how to communicate in the modern age properly via texting. You're going to learn how to minimize your flake rate and maximize your close rate. You're going to learn you're going to learn the optimal date behavior so that you can increase your chances of having success, whatever way you want, whether you want to get intimate, whether you want to get sex, whether you want a relationship. I'm going to teach you how to carry yourself. You're going to learn the optimal date locations. You're going to learn the best date topics to build a connection. You're going to learn the common tests that women give on dates and how to pass them. Women like to give out qualifier tests, and they like to do little things to see what you're going to do about it. And depending on how you answer them, they put you in certain types of categories. So you're going to learn that. You're going to learn the signals that she gives when she's ready for you to escalate. You're gonna learn how to sexually escalate, and so much more. We could do a whole podcast on the type of game you're gonna learn. But the programs that you're gonna get Attraction 101, that teaches you how to be attractive. You're gonna get Modern Dating Mastery, which teaches you how to master modern dating. You're gonna get Sexual Seduction and Bedroom Mastering. You're gonna get How to Last Longer and Screw Better. You're going to get How to Have a Dominant Masculine Presence. And you're also going to get 5 to 7. I think we got 7. I got 7 guys so far, but I may condense it down to 5. We're going to do webinars and workshops. So I got a guy coming to teach you how to get your credit together. That's very, very, very important as far as, establishing yourself as a man, having good credit. I got a guy coming to teach you how to optimize your dating profiles. I got a guy coming to teach you about inner confidence and inner game and developing that and removing the negative self-talk. And listen, this is going to be crazy. So we're going to do 5 to 7 of those, and those are going to be live. You're going to also get 6 months of the Players Club, access to the Players Club, which is my private exclusive men's community. And we about to make that Listen, after we get done with this Ladies Man Bundle, the Players Club going to be where it's at. That's going to be my main focus moving forward. So you better get in now. with this Ladies Man Bundle. And you're going to get weekly coaching with King Dre. You're going to get to meet with me weekly. You can't beat that. That alone is worth the price. And I'm doing payment plans for the guys who may need a payment plan. So listen, you're not going to want to miss this April 15th. Make sure you get on the wait list right now. I cannot accommodate everybody because it comes with group access. So if 1,000 people buy it, then, I can't accommodate all those people in the group. So the wait list get first dibs at getting access to this thing. So get on the wait list right now. If you're watching on YouTube, click the link that's in the description. Facebook, you click the link that's in the bio. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, click the link that's in the description. And everywhere else, make sure you click. There's gonna be a link. Make sure you click that. And again, I do have payment plans available. I think you can put down $174 and you can pay me back over the span of 4 or 5 months. So $174 a month. But when you put it down, you can get access immediately. So you cannot beat that. This is going to get you right for the summer, whether you want to find your wife, whether you want to play around, whatever you want to do, I got you. That's the Ladies Man Bundle, and that's coming April 15th. Get on the wait list now. This is going to be crazy, and it's going to be huge. Now, guys, go over and subscribe to my YouTube. Everybody that's watching this from the different platforms that you on, please go subscribe to my YouTube. I'm trying to get a plaque this year. I want a plaque, so help King Dre get a plaque. I never really cared about a plaque, but one day I was just like, hey, that'll be a nice accomplishment. So I'm gonna be going hard on the YouTube because I want to get a YouTube plaque. So everybody go to my YouTube channel, type in King Dre, and make sure you guys subscribe. Please do me that favor. But anyway, guys, let's get into this game. This is going to be a good one. I want you guys to take notes. I want you guys to pay attention. I want you guys to lock in and not get loaded. I'm tripping. Ain't no get loaded. We don't get loaded, but I want you guys to lock in, get locked and loaded, and let's get this game. Let's get it. Now, I want to equip you guys with the tools, because I know you guys are going to be outside. So a lot of you guys are going to be outside this summer, and I want to give you guys some tools to be successful when you're outside and to kind of be safe this summer. The more you know, the better you have a chance at being successful and not getting yourself in some bullshit. And again, summer's rolling around. Now in Florida, it's summer all year, so we don't have women don't come out of the house in June or July. In Florida, the breezes are out all year because of the weather. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of places in the United States, it's cold. People be in the house. People be booed up, and it's not a lot going on. And here it is. But just for the rest of the world and the rest of the country, summer's coming up. Spring is here. Summer's coming up. Fall, people are out. People are looking to mate. People are looking to find companions. People are looking to find relationships. And I want you to be equipped. And so that's what this episode today is about. It's about giving you guys some tools. I'm gonna give you guys a few tools that you could take with you outside so that you can get the results you're looking for, and you can be safe while doing so. Now, this first one, I didn't have this in the lineup. I didn't have it in the plans, but due to current events, I felt that it was on my heart and on my spirit to talk about this so I can give you guys some game on this. But the first one, guys, the first game tip that I got for you guys is to watch your step. When you're moving, watch your step. Watch what you're getting yourself into. Trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of. Watch your step. Everything ain't for you. Everything ain't meant for you. Curiosity kills the motherfucking cat. And I'm saying that because of my man Diddy. Now, as you guys know, the Department of Homeland Security, I think it's called Homeland Security, they raided 3 of his houses all over the country in like New York, LA, and Miami. They raided 3 of his mansions because they're investigating him for sex trafficking. Yes, you heard that right. They're investigating him for sex trafficking. I don't know if he did these things. I don't know if he didn't do these things. This is not to gossip. This is not to accuse him of anything. But just based on what's been put out there, his reputation over the last 30-some years, things that people say about him, the various lawsuits, just based on this stuff, I want to kind of give you some game based on that so you don't get yourself caught up. And I'm not saying you're going to be some multi-millionaire rap label, hip hop label executive and get caught up in something like this, but it's just the point of, you know, the things you doing, the seeds that you planting will grow. Um, you know, you got to watch your step when you out here. Watch your step. That ain't just for when you walking, and you got to watch your step so you don't fall in a you know, fall down physically. But if you don't watch yourself in the game and in the dating game, you will fall metaphorically. You understand what I'm saying? You'll fall into a sinkhole. You can fall in a pothole. You can fall in a hole and never be able to get back up. You understand what I'm saying? So watch your step. And when I say watch your step, not only do you watch your step, meaning pay attention to what you're doing, pay attention to what you're going, where you're going, and be conscious of not getting yourself in certain situations and doing certain things. A part of that is knowing the law of the land. You have to know the law of the land. I learned this as a former guy who did bad stuff in my earlier years. I knew early on, I learned early on that you have to know what you're getting into before you get into it. You know, I'm sitting in prison, man, and this dude's that got 30, 40 years. I didn't know you can get, 40 years for some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say bullshit because, committing crimes against people is not bullshit. But, I got a homie. He's still in jail right now. He's still in prison right now. He went to prison when he was 17. I think he was 17 or 18. This dude still in prison right now for some, just a robbery, which is a bad thing. But I don't think that he knew how much time he would be able to get if he did that. You understand? I didn't know when I got caught up, I didn't know like some of that shit carried the amount of time that it carried. You know, I'm sitting in prison talking to dudes. They just didn't know. They didn't know the law of the land, right? With the whole crack epidemic and the whole, with the 80s and 90s in the black community, a lot of these guys that got out here was getting the money to kind of provide and provide a way out of their situations. That was the opportunity. They didn't know that they was going to be going to jail for life. They didn't understand that, these people could put you together with 15 other people and then and label you a kingpin and then have people snitching on you, even if they lying, and you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. A lot of these guys that got caught up with these laws in the 80s and 90s did not know what they were getting themselves into, and they didn't know the law of the land. And so when I started stepping out there and I started getting older, when I started to get into certain, various walks of life, I made sure that if I was going to be engaged in something, I knew the time that it carried. I knew how much time I can get, and I knew the severity of it. You understand? And so I moved based on that. You see, because a lot of guys do dumb shit. A lot of guys may ride with their homie, and they homie go rob a store or something, and they don't know that shit carried 30 years in the state of Florida. They don't know that if they pull a gun out on somebody, we got a 10-20 life law. Well, we used to have it back then. They don't know that if they pull a gun out on somebody, they're going to do an automatic 10 years. They don't know if they shoot that gun in the air trying to threaten somebody, they're going to do 20 years. They don't know this, and they get themselves jammed up. They don't know that half a brick, if the feds come catch you with that half a brick and it's hard, it's you cooking it to hard, they don't know that you could spend the rest of your life in federal prison behind that. They don't know that them 5 grams of crack cocaine will get you 10 years in federal prison. They didn't know that if you have a gun with the drugs, and I learned that the hard way. They don't know that if you have your guns and your drugs in the same place, the gun enhances it. I didn't know that shit. I went to jail one time. I had some stuff, and I had a gun, and I'm like, what? The fuck is this shit? You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that. Like, I'm like, what y'all talk about? Y'all tripping. Like, the amount of time this carry, just because a gun involved, and I ain't shoot the gun or nothing. The shit is in my house. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to learn the law of the land. And I'm saying that to say, when you are involved in sexual perversion, when you're involved in certain type of things there's laws, man. There's laws. And recently, within the last 10 to 15 years, they have changed the laws and have, as far as like pimping and sexual stuff, they kind of have redefined that behind the scenes and classified a lot of things as sex trafficking. Whereas before, it wouldn't be considered sex trafficking or human trafficking. But sex trafficking is a real thing. Human trafficking is a real thing. And that's not human trafficking or sex trafficking is not necessarily kidnapping somebody and drugging them and forcing them to do sex work. That's not what that is. If I meet a woman, and I'm gonna read the definition. I'm gonna read the definition of sex trafficking. If I meet a woman, or what the law defines as sex trafficking in the United States, if I meet a woman, right, and let's say this woman wants to be a video editor for me, and that's her dream, to be a video editor for me, right? And when she comes over to meet me, or we chilling at the house, and then my homies are there. Let's just say my homies are there, and then we all run a train on this chick. That chick can say, hey, well, I did this because I wanted to get a job, or he made it seem like this was the way to get a job. That is considered sex trafficking. Even if I did say, let's say if I said, hey, in order to do this, you got to get this job. That's sex trafficking. But even if I didn't, a woman can say whatever. She could say, well, I felt like I needed to do this. He coerced me into doing this so I could get an editing job for him. You understand what I'm saying? So my point in watch your step and know the law of the land is, a lot of the things that y'all be doing, because I even had to do a podcast about a guy, I think it's episode 7, preventing SA allegations. I think a lot of the things that y'all be doing, you don't know that it's considered sexual assault or stuff like that. Like, he didn't know what he was doing was by definition, not what your opinion is, not what you think it is, not what you think it should be. We talking about what the law states. He didn't know what he was doing with sexual assault. And so I did a podcast to kind of break it down. But that's the point of watch your step, because you got to know. And so with this sex thing, I'm not saying that's because I don't know, I wasn't there or whatever. Just based on the allegations, it's muddy waters. And I'm going to read what sex trafficking is as far as the United States go. What's defined as sex trafficking. Now, this is from the Department of Justice, the United States government. This is how they define it. And sex trafficking is under the umbrella of human trafficking. So we're going to read this because I want you guys to beware and understand the things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? These ain't the 80s and 90s no more. The laws have changed. Things have changed. What's considered sexual assault and all those things have changed. What's considered rape, what's considered consent, these things have changed. And I want you guys this isn't me trying to fight against the system and no. The law is the law, and you got to know the law of the land, my brother. You got to follow the laws of the land. You understand what I'm saying? But so this isn't a thing to where it's like, oh, it shouldn't be this, and this ain't my fucking opinion, and this ain't even no debate, because this is the law. This comes directly from the Department of Justice, the United States government. Human trafficking is a crime involving the exploitation of a person for labor, services, or commercial sex. Right? The Trafficking Victims Protection Act of 2000 and its subsequent reauthorizations recognize and define two primary forms of human trafficking. So there's two forms of human trafficking. Sex trafficking is the recruitment, harboring, transportation, provision, obtaining, patronizing, or solicitation of a person for the purpose of a commercial sex act, in which a commercial sex act is induced by force, fraud, or coercion, or in which the person induced to perform such act has not attained 18 years of age. So if you sleep with a minor and this minor does something for somebody else, if this minor, let's say you say, oh, well, You gotta suck my homie off or some shit, and it's a minor. That's sex trafficking, and you gonna go to jail for a long fucking time. And I hope y'all wouldn't be doing no shit like that and fucking with minors. But listen to all of the stuff that's considered. It's recruitment, harboring, or transportation, or provisioning, obtaining, patronizing, or solicitation of a person for the purpose of a commercial sex act, in which the act is induced by force. So that's taking it or forcing somebody to do something. Fraud, right? Saying, hey, just defrauding a person or tricking them, basically manipulation or coercion. Hey, if you want this job, I need you to do this. If you want this, I need you to do this. You see what I'm saying? That is considered sex trafficking. And so what I'm saying is, from the allegations, based on the allegations, not saying that what he did was that, but it's easy for a person to lie. It's easy for a woman to lie and get you caught up in some stuff like that. If and this is based on the way he liked to party. You understand what I'm saying? In one of the documents, it was saying like how he sneak record people and all this old shit. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what they're saying in court. That falls in the line of blackmail and coercion. So you guys got to be careful about when you're going to these freak parties. You guys got to be careful about when you're doing these going to these underground sex dungeons and where's everybody there in these sex retreats and all this hedonism, black hole shit. Y'all have to be careful about what you're getting yourself into, because you never know what's going on and you never know the people you associate with. Like, it's considered sexual assault if you or non-consent if you have relations with a woman who's intoxicated. So let's say you go to one of these places. And these with these sex parties, and everybody there be doing drugs and all this old shit and drunk out their mind, and you just do something with a person and they wake up one day and then you famous and they poor. They person could easily say, oh, I was at this party and I didn't tell him don't touch me, or I didn't tell him don't go up inside of me. Like, you gotta kind of you gotta have dick discipline. And because I'm not saying that it will happen to you, but it can, and the things that you do will come to the light. And I don't think he knew this. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, or that's what I mean when I say you gotta watch your step out here, especially if you get into the more sexual perverted type of stuff, dealing with hookers, or dealing with, you make. I see this a lot. Dudes go try to get them some pussy from a trick or something, and the trick be an undercover, or they get caught up in a sting or something. They get caught up in a human trafficking thing just for being a customer. You see what I'm saying? Now you got, because they do that here a lot in Hillsborough County and the neighboring Polk County. They do that here a lot, where these guys will go and sleep with a prostitute or whatever, but then they be a part of a sting because the pimp who's running the whole operation is sex trafficking. And so when you are patronizing that, whether you knowing or don't know, when you patronizing it, because is defined in that when you're patronizing it, you become a part of sex trafficking now. This shit is serious, so you got to watch your step. Stop tricking and stop fucking with strippers and fucking with prostitutes and paying money for sex and all this old going to sex parties and all this old perverted shit. You better stop, bruh, and watch your motherfucking step. You understand? I had a homegirl used to be into that type of stuff. And she would always, and this was way before I even started doing this, she would always invite me to do shit like that. Like she knew of like all these underground fucking sex parties. It was like big old freak offs, warehouses of people just nothing having sex, or these sex retreats where they get these fucking mansions and it's just nothing but sex and just hundreds of people. She would try to invite me to shit like that. I'll be like, I'm straight on that. I almost went because I just wanted to see what it was like. But I ain't no freaky dude like that. I ain't no sexual pervert like that. I'm just not. I ain't freak man. You know what I'm saying? And so I almost went one time just to see, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't. But she would always try to get me to go because I never went because I was never on no shit like that. And I'm glad now. And this was way before I ever started doing this. I'm glad now because it's like, anything can come of that. Anything could come of that. And everything is not to be experimented with. That's just what I believe. Like, you're not supposed to experiment everything. Everything ain't for you. You got to watch what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You sometimes, what they say, be careful when you dance with the devil because you don't know how long that dance going to be. You understand what I'm saying? I'm using that to say, like, you never know. You may, want to get some pussy from a drunk chick or whatever, and she can't really. What did the Fujiano dude say? Oh, she told her to take off her panties. She couldn't even understand me. She's so high off a perk. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to be careful because when you dance with that evil, you don't know how long that shit gonna last, and you don't know, when that shit gonna come to bite you in your ass. You understand what I'm saying? One of my favorite songs ever, and I hated that that just made me cringe, and I'm glad he took him off this song. But with Rick Ross, like that whole put Molly in her champagne and all that shit, that was crazy. That's crazy, bro. You see what I'm saying? And I love that song. And for the guys that know, I used to use that beat in my earlier videos because I just love that beat. That's one of my favorite songs because I'm a fan of Rocco. I like Rocco. That whole mixtape that was on was one of my favorite shits when I was in the streets. And I used to bump that because Rocco be on some Get Money shit. And that was on there. But anyway, everything ain't meant to be experimented with. Now, they say, and I'm sorry that the first one is kind of serious, but I wasn't gonna do this one, but it just came up. But you see a lot of pushback about people making jokes about the No Diddy and just making jokes about it, and everybody's like, oh, but y'all don't give a damn about his kids and shit. When you can't expect nobody to give a damn about your kids if you don't give a damn about your kids. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna partake in bashing the man because I don't know if he did it or not. This could be a witch hunt for all I know. I don't know. But what I'm saying is the decisions you make, you have to be conscious enough to know that this may affect my children or my future children. It's the same thing we tell OnlyFans hoes. It's the same thing we tell the Instagram hoes, like, what if your kids see this? What if your kids? So this applies too. And so now you can't just say when people making fun of him or when people want to see who they consider to be a villain fall and they are mocking him publicly, that's not on everybody else because he needs to make sure or he needs to move based on his children. And if he didn't give a fuck about what his kids would go through, then you can't expect nobody else to. You understand what I'm saying? Now, before I get off of this for the summer, now most of you guys probably won't be in no situation like this, but I'm going to put this out here. Do not sleep with drunk or high women. Do not do it. This summer, y'all out here trying to do all this old shit and play the field cool, get your thug on. But do not sleep with drunk or high women and do not provide women drugs or alcohol. If they want to get high, if they want to get drunk, let them do it themselves because that is, you drugged me. If you give a woman some alcohol, you drugged me. If you give a woman some Percocet, so if you just if she say, hey, I want a Percocet, I want to get high, and you give it to her, they say, oh, you drugged me. When they said Bill Cosby drugged a person or whatever, I highly doubt that Bill Cosby was slipping something in a motherfucker drink. I believe, just like it is, we all been young, you get up with a chick, oh, where the drink at, where the weed at, get me high and all this old shit. Don't do that. That's bad for you. You understand? Because that can be, he drugged me. And you never know where you're going to be in life, or you never know the type of enemies. And the thing is, it's not that whether he did it or not. It's the fact that they even have something to even pull from. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I doubt that they will be able to say something about this, like to maybe a Ice Cube or something like that, or Samuel L. Jackson. I doubt that because he's always been known to be up under his wife and be about his family. I don't know. I'm just saying, just based on public perception. So if you give a person that ammo based on you not watching your step or the type of things that you involving yourself in, then hey, a person got that ammo for another person to lie and bring you down. You know, this could be because he got enemies with networks or some powerful billionaires. Maybe they his enemies. Maybe they conjuring all this shit up. Who knows? But the fact is that they have the ammo for it, you know, based on the things that you've done and the way that you treated certain people. And this is just, so a lot of this is public knowledge from lawsuits and settlements and all this old type of shit. You understand? So the first tip of this for the summer, spring, and getting out here being on some player shit is watch your motherfucking step. Excuse me. Let's lighten the mood up just a little bit. You know, lighten the mood up again. I didn't want to start off dark like that, but I got to do what I got to do. I got to bring the message. I got to bring the game, and I got to teach you guys, even if you don't want to be learned, or even if you don't want to hear it. I got to do it. If it's on my chest, if God put it on my heart and my spirit, I got to do it, and that's what I'm gonna do. So. I hate to be dark like that in the beginning of it, but it needs to be said. And again, that wasn't a shot at him. I don't know him. I never met him. Don't care to meet him. You know, it's unfortunate for everybody involved. It's not even gossipy or you did this or charging people or nothing. It's based on the things that happen. Here's the lessons that you guys can learn from that. You know, that's what I'm about. Savor, bro. Now let's get into the next one on a more lighter, fun note. The next game tip, know what you want. Before you go out of the house, know what you want and be true to it. Women go with the flow. That's a woman thing. That's a feminine thing. Just going with the flow and just following and letting the wind blow you somewhere. When you step outside your house or when you come outside of your house, know you have a destination. Know what you want. So when you step into the game, with whatever period you in your life, know what you want, right? Do you want to be a player? Do you want to build your rotation? Do you want to get your numbers up? Do you want to find a wife? Do you want to just have a little situationship? Know what you want and be true to that. When you know what you want, it is much easier for you to get it. It's much easier for you to get it, and you won't waste time just blowing with the wind. And, you know, you sitting on a date with a woman who want a relationship and that's not what you want. When you know what you want, you'll develop your game around that, and you'll develop the necessary barriers or the necessary screening mechanism to know before you even get to a date if this woman is on that or not. You waste a lot of time when you don't know what you want and you just go with the wind and you let women lead you on and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? It's much easier to get what you want if you know what you want. If you just want sex, if you know that, it's much easier to tailor your game to speak in a way that a woman who wants the same thing as you can connect with her. But when you don't know what you want, you know what I'm saying? So as a man, you're supposed to always know what you want, right? When you know what you want, you can tailor your game, right? You can basically tailor your game to set the bait for what you want. Right? So let's say if you're a guy who wants a relationship and you're looking for a relationship or you're looking for something more long-term, when you meet a woman, you can give off certain vibes, or you can tailor your game in a way so that a woman who's looking for the same things, her eyes will light up when you presenting yourself, and not like saying, hey, I want a relationship, but you know, you could talk a certain type of way. You know, you ask certain questions like, you know, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Those are boyfriend vibe questions. Those are relationship questions. And so if you're going on a date and this is what you want, you would ask questions like that. But when you don't know what you want, you don't know who you are, you're not staying true, and you just listening to somebody say, ask these questions on a date, and you sitting on a date with a chick who just broke up with her boyfriend and she just trying to have fun, and you ask some shit like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You're going to get put into the boyfriend box, and you ain't going to be able to get, you know, what you desire. So knowing what you want is crucial, because again, you can tailor your game to set the bait for what you want. You know, if I'm going fishing and I want to catch snook, I know that I want to catch snook. And so I know snook like big fat shrimp, and I know snook like big fat shrimps, and I know snook like greenbacks. We call it the bait fish greenbacks, and I know they like pinfish. You understand? Live pinfish, live greenbacks, and big jumbo shrimp. I know that's what snook like, right? If I go out there with a gotcha plug, which is for Spanish mackerel, If I don't know what I want and I just put, I just tie a gotcha plug on my on my rod, and I put that out there, and and I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna get no fish, because I know Spanish mackerel in Florida only come from September through fucking November or December, when it start to get cold, and then when it start to heat up again, like right around right now. I only know that. So if it's fucking December or if it's fucking January and I go out there not knowing what I want, just putting on a gotcha plug and just throwing it in the water, I ain't gonna know, I'm not gonna get what I'm looking for. You see what I'm saying? If I know I want grouper, then I know, okay, I gotta go offshore in a certain time, or like when it start to get cold, they hang around docks and shit like that, the small grouper. And I know that this is what I need to catch it. You understand? And dating is the same thing. If you know you want whores, you know where to go. You know not to go to church. You feel what I'm saying? If you know you want a relationship, why is you going to a bar? So that's the probably one of the main things, man, that's gonna keep you successful or help you be successful when dating, is just knowing what you want and staying true to that, right? If you don't want a relationship, stop wasting your time trying to build with quality women. If you don't want a relationship, listen to the things she say on that first phone call or that first text. And if she talking relationship talk, if she ain't saying shit like, oh, I just like to have fun and hang out and explore, and I'm just going with the flow, if she ain't saying stuff like that, then she more than likely want a relationship. And you're going to be wasting your time taking her on dates thinking that you finna smash. It's going to be 10 dates before you get her. You understand? And then in your mind, it's going to be like, oh, but she's just not attracted to me. And alpha beta fucks and beta bucks, and they make rules for the alpha. Nah, that ain't it. It's she wants this in her life, and where she at in her life, she's not open to casual sex. And so no matter how fine you are, if you want casual sex, you ain't going to land it. And you thinking you just got to be more alpha. No, you just you just entertaining the wrong woman. You see what I'm saying? Don't try to build with a woman who wants a relationship, or try to finesse her and she want a relationship. Just go with a women who talking that shit. Go to clubs to meet women. Go to bars to meet women where they saying, oh, I'm just having fun. I'm not really looking for anything. I just want to have fun. I'm just trying to enjoy my time. I'm just trying to enjoy myself. I'm just going wherever the wind take me. I'm just going with the flow. Okay, that's the casual thing. And if you want a guy who wants the casual thing, to listen for stuff like that. I'm giving y'all game. I hope y'all hear me. The game is way bigger than, oh, well, alpha fucks and beta bucks, and if you are alpha, then she gonna make rules. That's textbook internet shit. Women are certain points in their life, and at certain points of their life, they want certain things. And so if a woman is in a phase to where, or she's in an era of her life where she's looking for a family, she's looking for a husband, she's looking for this, it don't matter how fucking alpha you is, you ain't gonna fuck her on the first date. It just not gonna happen. The game is not about being alpha in this. The game is about, I would say 75% of the game is about you knowing what you want and you not wasting your motherfucking time. That's having game. Knowing what you want, knowing how to spot that, and knowing how to put the bait on the hook for the right fish that you're trying to catch. That's the game. And that's real game. Not trying to fucking fake alpha because you think a bitch break rules for alphas, and make rules for the betas and all that shit. No. Now, if you a sucker and you go out for, if you a sucker or a buster and you meet a chick at a bar and she just like to hook up and be casual, or she a hoe or some shit, she not gonna sleep with you, but in your mind it's, oh, she's just making rules for betas or alpha. No, she not gonna tell you you a weenie and you don't turn me on sexually. She just gonna tell you some shit like, oh, well, I like to take my time and all this old shit. But truth be told, it's not that she's breaking the rules for the betas and the alpha. She just giving you bullshit so she don't hurt your motherfucking feelings. The truth of the matter is, right? The truth of the matter is she already a hoe. It ain't about her breaking no rules. She ain't even got no rules for herself. She just don't like you and you don't do it for her. That's the truth. It ain't about breaking no rules and all this old shit. Y'all got the game twisted. Y'all don't know how the game go. But, if you know you don't want something, don't waste your time going to these spots, right? So let's say you don't want a woman. You don't want a relationship. Why is you in church, bro? Why is you understand? Why is you in church? Why is you at the fucking network relationship mixer or whatever. If you know you don't want, if you know you want a relationship, why is you meeting women in the bar? If you know you want a relationship, why is you meeting a woman going to a bar or a party and meeting some chick that's in college or drunk? Why is you meeting a chick trying to talk to her and she half drunk outside by herself at 2:00 in the morning coming from the club? If you know you want a relationship, but then when you try to engage this and put lipstick on a pig or get a person to do what you think that they should want, that they need to do, or get them on your program and they don't want to be on your program because that's not where they at in their life, then you run to the internet complaining about modern women. And it's you. Most often than not, more times than not, your problems are in the motherfucking mirror. You understand what I'm saying? So know what you want and be true to what you want. Now, the next game tip. So we had watch your step was game tip number 1. Know what you want and be true to it was game tip number 2. Next, your appearance matters, fellas. Your appearance matters. Your appearance matters. Your fucking opinion, not opinion, because your opinions don't matter. So don't go on a date talking your fucking red pill opinions because nobody gives a fuck about that shit. But your appearance matters a lot. A lot of you guys, I'm not having success. Send me a picture of yourself. Send me a picture of your dating app profiles. What's your IG? Let me see your IG. That's the first thing I always ask, and y'all dudes be bummy, look bummy. I'm not saying you may not be getting no money or you're not stable, but you look bummy. Your clothes wrinkled, you overweight, you fat. And I'm not one to talk because I'm overweight currently, but we about to change all that. I got to get back to what I was. But you're overweight, your clothes don't look good, your hair ain't cut, you ain't neat and fly like me. Ain't I fresh? I ain't fresh right now. I got on pink, so what? I'm fresh. I ain't fresh. Don't I look good? You see what I'm saying? I'm fucking with y'all. But you don't look fresh, you don't look kept, you don't look like you practice good hygiene. And so that matters when a woman see you. Again, more internet bullshit. Let's debunk more internet bullshit. Oh, women are not physical. Yes, they are physical. Women are physical. It's just not in the way that you're physical. And y'all think y'all think appearance means, oh, you got to have the right eyebrows, or you got a beard, got to connect, or you got to have the right jawline and hunter eyes and all this old shit. That's not what women look at when they look at your appearance. They look at how you groom yourself. They look at your teeth. They look at your nails. They look at if your clothes fit. They look at if your clothes are clean and wrinkled. They look at your shoes. You understand what I'm saying? They look at it if you take care of yourself, and that's big. Women instinctively have this in them because they have to choose. They can't just choose anybody, or it's not going to be safe for them. You see what I'm saying? And so oftentimes the way that you treat yourself is the way that you'll treat other people. You understand? So if you don't love yourself and you're not putting into yourself or give a fuck about yourself, people perceive that as, you just don't care about nothing. You see what I'm saying? And truth be told, the better you look, and again, I'm not talking about the looks max and bullshit, but the better your appearance, people tend to think you have more status, or you're a more quality person, or you have more connections, or you have more resources, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's about survival. And so when you're presenting yourself a certain type of way and a woman is looking at you, it's a survival thing. You see what I'm saying? Yes, it's an attraction thing, but it's an attraction thing too. It's a mating thing too, but it's also a survival thing. He don't look like he could fucking provide for no family. He don't look like he could fucking, he don't look like he could fucking pay his own fucking bills. He looked like a drug addict. I don't want to fuck with him. A lot of y'all be looking like fucking drug addicts. I'm not telling you need to buy jewelry. I'm not telling you need to spend thousands of dollars on fucking earrings and shit. I'm not telling you to buy Gucci glasses. I'm not telling you to fucking buy gold chains and bracelets and none of the. I'm not telling that you need to do that. But you need to be at least presentable when you go on, especially when you mating. If you're trying to mate, you're trying to date, it gotta at least be presentable. You understand what I'm saying? At least get yourself up to be presentable. Follow guys, style guys on Instagram and TikTok. And join the Players Club, because we're going to help you guys do that too in the Players Club. Listen, the Players Club finna be cold. The Players Club finna be the illest group ever. I'm telling you. Once I get done with this ladies man shit, this ladies man bundle, we going hard on the Players Club. But learn what presentable means to not just women, but people. Learn, because a lot of you guys don't know that you look crusty and dusty. And a lot of you guys make decent money. A lot of you guys don't know the way that you're presenting yourself. You're just not attractive to women or opportunity. It just is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Women judge you on what you look like. That's when women first see you, they are physical too. They look at the physical too, because they need to look at it before they can get to your personality. Like the sexual attraction and all that is first. And that is based on, number one, if you're her type, based on her preferences and how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Get a stylist, get a what you call these people, an image consultant. Do that. Make sure, but clean yourself up. Clean up your profile. You know, because they judge you on what you look like. I don't care what nobody tell you. They judge. Now, unless you know, like a woman may know, like a guy like me. I have fear. I have a pretty decent sized audience, and so I have a good amount of status, right? And so a woman may go to my personal profile, and it may not be like I may be bummy. I may be looking bummy looking, but she can look at the comments and see that there's more to me than meets the eye. So I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm saying like certain people can get away with certain things based on if they have redeeming qualities or if they can make up for a deficiency. But if a woman see you in the store, she won't even get to know or have the time to know if you can make up or if you have redeeming qualities, or if you just having a bad day. When a woman is swiping on a dating app, she don't know, you know, you was just having a bad day, but you really that motherfucking dude. She don't know that. She can just go based on what you see, and they pretty much judging you based on that at first, unless it's a social circle where she knows you or she can see your value clearly, like a guy like me who's an influencer or who's a public person. What you call these people? Not a public official. I forgot the name. It's a specific word that I'm looking for. I don't know, it may come, but I'm a person of the public, not a celebrity. What the fuck? Damn, whatever. But unless you're that, you know, that type of like an influencer type of person, then, you know, to where a person can see and they can see more immediately, then you always want to make sure, at least when you hunting or when you pursuing women or going to pursue women, that you making sure you looking decent. And again, you don't have to have, you know, all of this flashy shit, but I will say the flashier you are, not even the flashier, but the better you look, the better your opportunities. And so what I'm saying is, and when I say opportunities, not opportunities for sexual attraction, but you get more looks, the better you look. And so, and the more things that you have, you just get more eyes on you. So let's say if you are in a Toyota, you at the gas station, you pull up in a Toyota, you handsome, tall, dark skin, light skin, or whatever a bitch like, and you at the gas station and you in a 2009 Toyota Camry, and I pull up and I'm in a 2023 Bentley or 2023 Rolls Royce at the gas station, I'm 100% going to get more looks than you. If a woman is behind both of us pumping gas and both of us said, hey, come here real quick, I'm 100% going, she's 100% going to go to me before she go to you every single time. Just period. Nice shit, rich shit, things that's just going to attract. Now, I'm not saying that she not going to use me if I ain't got no game or she not no gold digger, no shit like that. But she is going to come to me 100% before she comes to you. So what I'm saying is you can add points to your appearance just based on the level of prestigious things you have, or if you have accessories, or if you got on a Gucci shirt versus a Target t-shirt, that can add to oh, he can take care of himself. You understand? I'm not telling you need no Gucci shirt to attract no bitch. So let's get this straight. Let's get this. Don't get it twisted. I'm not telling you need expensive things to attract women or to get women, because you don't. Because y'all know how I feel about it. Game trumps all. But to get the look, especially when you out in the field dating, and especially if you looking for sexual flings and all of that shit. In this country, the money that's backed by the game is the alpha male. It's the money backed by game. It doesn't get any more. That's like the ultimate. All of it means something. Status backed by game. And shortly, I'm gonna do a looks, money, status podcast, but like how to apply your game to all of these things if you have these things. But money backed by game, it will trump looks backed by game. It'll trump status backed by game. Because money is the ultimate resource in this country, and everybody is for sale. And so, again, that's not to say that money is going to ignite genuine desire and all that shit. But if you got bread and you got game behind that, it gets no more top tier as far as attractors than that. What I'm saying is, with your appearance, if you look like money, and I'm not saying flashy or goofy, but if you look like money, you'll get more looks than most people just by looking like money. Like if you look like, you can lift a whole bunch of weights, you will get more looks. You won't get as much looks as if you look like you got a lot of money. If that makes sense. So I'm not telling you that to buy expensive shit to impress bitches and all that, but you'll get more opportunity when you look like money. That's just an old cliche that's true. You look like money, you're going to attract money. You look like money, you're going to attract opportunity. People going to want to do business with you. Women going to want to sleep with you. People going to want to be your friend. So again, your appearance matters, and it matters more than you think. And it's not the type of appearance that y'all think. Women put more stock into your clothes, how you put yourself together. You understand what I'm saying? What you smell like, your hygiene. They put more stock into that than your fucking eyes or how your eyes look. I'm not saying a woman might not like a guy with nice eyes, but that's just because you don't have the right eyes, it will not disqualify you. Just because you don't have a jawline, that's not going to disqualify you. You understand what I'm saying? Also, get your hygiene together. What I want you guys to do every 2 weeks this summer, starting today, this is a challenge. And I talk about this in the Attraction 101 program. But I want you guys to go get your fucking haircut neat, every 2 weeks. That's what I want you to do, because y'all be thinking a bitch supposed to like y'all, and a lot of y'all be looking crazy. Hair ain't neat, none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Just looking dusty and looking raggedy. Don't nobody want to fucking, bro. So make sure you looking decent. Make sure you looking good. Go get your fucking haircut. I'm not telling you to do manicures and pedicures and all that shit, but that's a part of hygiene. Make sure you showering, taking a shower daily. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure your nails are fucking clean, and make sure your shoes are clean, because the moment you walk up to a woman, that is the first thing that she sees. My mother taught me that, by the way. Always keep your shoes clean and always keep your nails clean. She told me this when I was a teenager. This is the first thing that girls gonna look at. This is the first thing that women are gonna look at. They're gonna look at your fucking nails and they're gonna look at your shoes. This is why when you walking up to a woman, the first thing she do is look down. She look down and she look back up. Y'all think, ooh, she's sizing me up. She must think I'm sick. No, she's looking at your motherfucking shoes. And they don't have to be expensive or no shit like that, but them motherfuckers need to be clean. You feel me? Practice your hygiene. Clean your fucking ears out. Clip your nose hair. Brush your teeth. Go to the dentist and get your teeth clean. You understand what I'm saying? These things fucking matter. You get a woman to come back to your shit, to your crib, and she could tell your hygiene ain't point, you ain't getting no ass, bro. I'm telling you. And if she do let you hit it, she a piece of shit. Trust me. You feel me? A tip to that. Again, we're gonna get our haircuts every 2 weeks this summer. We're gonna work on our hygiene, and we're gonna make our hygiene. Invest in you some good cologne, fellas. Invest in you some good cologne. Stay away from the Macy's specials like the Sauvage and all that shit, especially when it's as far as like dating go, because everybody wear that type of stuff and smells trigger people. But the senses are real. Like, you can get away with so much. Like, if you smell good and you fucking clean and you got a good, nice haircut, a woman don't give a fuck what your face look like. You can be cross-eyed with a scar coming down the middle of your face. Just based on how a woman's senses, like if your colors put together well and you shining and you smell good and you all lined up, that's like what they hit on. You understand what I'm saying? And so you smelling good, man, get you some good cologne. Stay away from the Macy's specials and the department store specials, the Blue Chanels, the Savages, and although these smell wonderful, go get you more niche colognes, but smell good. You go up on a first date and you looking good, you got a nice trim, you got a nice lineup, your clothes good, you fresh, and you smell good, you give her a hug. If your game on point, you more than likely gonna hit it. That's the cheat code. Your appearance is like 75% as far as that go, especially when you're talking about casual. Now I'm gonna say it's 50%. It's half of the game, because you can have all the game you want to have, but if you like crusty and dusty and shit, like most women won't give you access to themselves if they feel like you don't keep up with your hygiene, or you dirty, or you crusty and you dusty and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? You just a dude who could talk good, and you're gonna get put in the friend zone. So your appearance really, really matters. That's game tip number 3. We had watch your step, know what you want, your appearance matters. Next, stop leading with your fucking wallet. I know we say that for relationships, but this matters as far as dating too. Stop leading with your fucking wallet. A lot of one of the main ways guys lead with their wallet and get put in trick bags, and they get put in trick bags and they don't really realize it, is by buying women drinks at clubs and fucking parties. Don't ever buy a woman a drink at no club and no party. I don't give a fuck how good she's being nice to you. I saw a dating coach on Instagram say this. He was like, "Oh, you never buy a woman a drink in the club unless she's being nice to you or she's giving you cooperation." That's stupid, because women, like, y'all don't know this, bro, but women literally go out. Groups of women go out and see who can get the most drinks from dudes, and they know they got to be nice to you. They're not gonna be like, "Hey, nigga, buy me a drink, fool." No, now some of these hoes do nowadays, but you know, of course they're gonna be nice to you. Of course they're gonna cooperate with you. They competing with their homegirls. A lot of women. I haven't been out in a while. I don't know if they still do this, but a lot of women used to, and it's for sure. A lot of you women used to get together and go out broke, right? No money, and just for the sole purpose of getting drunk on dudes, or getting the most drinks on dudes, getting tipsy on dudes. They used to go to the club just for that. All she gotta do is be nice and butter you up, and you buy her a drink. That's the worst thing you could do. I didn't say it's the worst thing you could do, but don't buy a woman no drink in no club, because she putting you in a trick bag. You buy a woman a drink, "Oh, let me buy you a drink real quick." You basically telling her, I'm going to, in order for your time, I need to compensate you. And so when she start treating you like that, then it's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You see what I'm saying? So nah, and it's truth be told, this on everything I love. There was a point in my life I was in a club from 5 days and 5 nights a week. I clubbed a lot from my late teens up until I was 30. I clubbed a lot. I got shoeboxes full with club pictures, just club pictures on club pictures. I used to club a lot. I have never bought a woman a drink in a club that I wasn't fucking already. Facts. There was maybe a woman or two. Well, because what I used to do is I used to buy bottles. Because to me, I used to drink, right? Socially. I used to drink socially a lot back then. And it makes more sense to buy bottles. Now that the prices of bottles go so high, it don't make sense. But it made more sense. You get a bottle of Hennessy in the club back then for like $90, $100, right? And in the store, they like $40, $50. But if you trying to buy drinks all night and you drinking double shots of Hennessy, that shit you gonna spend more than $100. So it just made more sense to buy a bottle of alcohol. There was a time or two when I'm sitting there vibing with a chick, and you know I may pull some out of my bottle into her shit. Cool, but I ain't never went and bought no woman no drink to talk to her, or let me go buy you a drink, or a woman come to me be like, oh, you're not gonna buy me no drink. Don't ever fall for that, because if she put you in the oh, you're not gonna buy me no drink, don't fall for no shit like that. If all it's required for her to talk to you is a drink, and not like if she likes you physically, if that's what's required, then do you want a woman who all it takes is for a nigga to buy her a drink and she'll listen to him? Don't buy no woman no drink. But again, like I said, I ain't never did that, never had to, and I never will buy a woman a drink to talk to her. If that ain't leading with your wallet, I don't know what is, but that's leading with your wallet. Another thing, I was talking about your appearance earlier, and as far as like, I was talking about your appearance earlier, and like how the more expensive things will get you more looks. The thing is with that though, if you don't really have a lot of game, or if you like a goofy, you're gonna get put in the trick bag. If you pulling up in your nice shit, or you flashing your Rolexes, and you trying to take these women to all of this old exclusive, these old high-end restaurants and shit, you may not be trying to impress her, but that's how they take it, especially if it's a woman who's not used to that. So if it's a woman, let's say if you meet a woman and you live in the Brickell district of Miami and she's used to that, that's what she do, that's the lifestyle that everybody in the area, cool. But if you meet a woman who's not necessarily used to that, and she used to niggas taking her to Red Lobster and Applebee's and shit, and then here you come to some old buy $1,000 steak she gonna put you in a trick bag because she think you trying to impress her. You understand what I'm saying? So when you flash your material things, although you're not giving a woman money or you're not tricking, you're showing her, look, I'm getting money, I'm getting money, and you want her to like you based on that. But then you're gonna get mad when she start treating you based on that, and she gonna start asking you for shit. She gonna start asking you to buy her shit. It ain't too many women, because I always knew better than this. And it was one time, I've told this story before, maybe give it a brief thing. It was one time where I was after a chick, she didn't want to fuck with me. She didn't want to fuck with me at first, because when I met her, this was my cousin homegirl, one of my cousins, a female cousin. She had a homegirl she used to hang with. I used to be on her, I used to see her in the club, like, damn, she had a nice body, all that shit. But she ain't never really give me no play, right? Because I used to be like, a lot of the times, especially like when it was on and popping and the money was coming in, especially when it first started popping like that for us, I wasn't flashy in the clubs here. Like, we would go to Atlanta and party and Miami and party, and then we would be real flashy. But I never was super flashy in my hometown, because that should get you killed. But she would we would go other places and other towns and ball out of control and all that shit. But or to get you motherfucking, niggas start snitching on you and shit. But I would try to holler at her and shit, and she wouldn't really give me no play. And so one time she saw me outside the club one night, and I shining, got my jewelry on, and I got my designer shit on. I got my BMW and shit. And then she jumped on that, right? Now I wasn't leading with my wallet. I was just doing my thing. But it ain't really never wasn't like she was fucking with me for the wrong reasons. And she was trying to put me in a trick bag. And I cut her off at the point to where she asked me for something. Like, she asked me for some weave or something. I think it was like $350 or something. And I'm like, this bitch trying, like, who the fuck she think I am? Like, the fuck? I told her I was gonna do it for her. I told her to meet me at this place. I was so offended by her coming at me like that I told her to meet me somewhere, and I never picked up the phone for her again. So she came way across town to meet me somewhere. I told her I was gonna get her the money to get her hair done, and I just aired her. Shout out to her. We cool now, but yeah, not like cool. I don't talk to, but she cool. I fuck with her. She knows, she be seeing she probably hear this too, but cause she fuck with my shit. But yeah, I told her meet me at this spot or whatever, and I'm gonna give you the money, and I just ignored her I just never talked to her again. But I felt offended because, like, fuck you think I am? But I did realize that she was fucking with me for the wrong reasons. Like, she saw me getting money and me flashing that and all this old shit. And me, when I came and pick her up, you know, I'm in my foreign car and all this shit. But I'm just playing the game. I'm just doing what I need to do. But eventually, when you playing the game like that and they see you flashing this shit in their face, don't be surprised when they ask you for it. You know, or they get you to try to break them off and shit, and they put you in a trick bag. So that is also considered leading with your wallet or leading with the bag or leading with the money when you flashing out your motherfucking you flashing your success in a woman's face to get her attention. You see what I'm saying? Y'all think I mean when I say leading with your wallet, it's not just giving a woman some money or cash apping her for attention. That's obvious stuff. I'm talking about for my guys who's successful and they do have the tools, be mindful of how you presenting yourself to the woman, because she gonna take it as you trying to do too much and you trying to impress her, and she gonna put you in the trick bag, and she gonna start treating you like that, and she gonna start requiring things of you to see her. But that's just based on how you coming and how you leading. You understand what I'm saying? That's the next one. That was stop leading with your wallet. So we got watch your step, know what you want, and be true to it. Your appearance matters. Stop leading with your wallet. The next is optimize your dating apps and your online persona. Optimize it. Get with somebody, and we're going to be teaching guys how to do this in the Players Club pretty soon. And the best way to get access to the Players Club is to get be a part of get the Ladies Man Bundle, because you get 6 months into the Players Club. But you want to optimize your dating app profiles. And I got a guy coming actually to talk about this. The part of the Ladies Man Bundle, one of the workshops and webinars, I got a guy coming that specializes in that, and he's gonna teach you how to do that. So you want to optimize your dating apps and your online persona, because like that is just everything. When people see you, that's what they judge you based on now. They look at your pictures. Does it look nice? Does it look like he having fun? Does he look good? They judging you based on your online persona or your digital footprint, right? And so if it looks raggedy, a woman just gonna, she just gonna exit stage left. You meet a woman in the store and she like, oh, what's your Instagram? You give her your Instagram and you on there doing goofy shit, or you on there talking about red pill shit, and you fucking, on here sharing Andrew Tate quotes and all this old shit, then she gonna put you in that type of bag. You on here fucking being super tricky and flashing your got money phones and all that shit, she gonna put you in a trick bag. So you wanna however you want a woman to see you, however you want a woman to view you, whatever you want a woman to look at you as, you need to present yourself as. And I would suggest everybody get an online profile page, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or whatever you own, specifically geared towards that. And you do all your internet bullshit on a burner page or your real page somewhere. You do all your commenting, you do all your posting Andrew Tate quotes and Myron quotes and posting my shit and reposting all that shit. Do that shit on another page. But as far as your dating app shit, not even dating, but your dating, because that's all these social media shits is it's just a big dating app. So as far as your dating life and your online persona, you want to basically present that. Now, I'm not telling you to be something that you're not or to present something that you're not, but the best parts of you that you want people to see, you show that on a profile. You make an Instagram page and you show that, or you make a Facebook page and you show that, and keep all the other bullshit on another page, on another separate page. You understand? But you want to clean up and optimize your dating app profiles and your online persona. Now, as far as your dating apps, take good pictures. Invest in a photo shoot with good looking clothes. Get you an image consultant. It will go a long way. The amount of guys who I've told this to and helped them optimize their shit and they saw massive results is astounding. Like, and this isn't something that I coach, or this isn't like a specialty of mine but I've helped guys do this before. Like, guys be taking pictures and shit, like selfies and shit. They'll have a selfie picture as they first, and they got like the old man pose where it's like you can see under, like the phone is angled up and they looking down at the phone and you can see they double chin and all this shit. Like, it was one guy, shout out to my guy, I'm not gonna say his name, tall brother, bald head, tall, beard, 6 foot plus, broad shoulders. I'm like, bro, you handsome. Show that shit. Like, take pictures and show that shit. You motherfucking got your face in the camera like an old fucking man where a bitch could look up under your motherfucking nostrils and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, think about how you presenting yourself. And the best thing to do is just get you a image consultant or pay for a professional photo shoot, and then whenever you going out, whenever you getting ready to do something, or wherever you having fun, have somebody take a couple pictures of you. Take a couple nice pictures of you. Whenever you going out, hanging out, or doing your thing, or whenever you working or working out, or in your jiu-jitsu class, or whatever the case may be, or drinking, or on the boat partying. Take pictures of that. But the pictures of yourself, you don't want them to be like selfies, bathroom selfies and shit, or selfies of yourself looking crazy and shit. Have somebody take a good picture of you. Get you a tripod. Whenever you put on clothes and you get ready to leave the house, or if you got a job to where you have to dress nice, every other week, set up a camera real quick, get your little small tripod. Make sure my girl taught me this. Make sure you angle the shit lower. Make sure you angle the camera lower so you can look taller. I ain't know that trick. She taught me that shit. But just make sure you taking the right pictures and taking them right. So when you going to work, you got your nice shit on, get your tripod, set the camera thing, set the tripod a little bit lower so you can look taller, and snap a few pictures of yourself. Boom. Put them shits on the internet, or, clean them up, edit them, put them on the dating site. The dating site. I'm getting rambling territory, but I'm saying all that to say that when a person is on a dating app, you have to get their attention fast. Like, they swiping. Men swipe right. They swipe right till they see something ugly, and they swipe left. But men's automatic thing is to swipe right. Women are swiping left. They're swiping left. And so that first picture has to stand out and has to pop out. And if that first picture is your face in the fucking camera with a selfie, she gonna swipe left. But if your first picture is you talk with them broad, even if you short or whatever, but you showing your frame, you got your broad shoulders, your head up high, you smiling, you looking GQ or whatever the case may be, that's gonna catch her fucking attention. You see what I'm saying? But make sure you optimize your dating app profiles and your online persona. Now, the next one, and it's the last one, and we're going to get up out of here. Invest in your self-improvement. Get you a mind coach if you need to. Get you a self-confidence coach if you need to. Join communities. Get you some help, because the resources for you to better yourself is out here. Invest into a style coach. Invest into an image consultant. Invest into a dating coach. It's investing in you. See, I'm damn near stuttering. It's investing in you. But what I'm saying is, put that type of money into a coach or whatever so you can get the results, so you're not struggling and trying to figure out the game the hard fucking way. Like, this is something that I wish we could have had when I was 17 years old, and I could join a group for $25 a month and just chop it up with guys, older guys, or whatever the case may be, to where I can learn from, and I can ask questions and learn from, instead of learning the fucking hard way and trying to figure shit out and shadow people and watch people and trying to figure out what they're doing and shit like that. Invest while you have the opportunity, guys. Invest in your self-improvement, whether that be mindset, clearing out your bullshit baggage as far as your emotions and your self-esteem go, getting your confidence, getting you a dating coach that could teach you and mentor you on how to play the game. Invest in your self-improvement. Now, always do that, because that's your best investment, is yourself. And if you are attractive to women, you're attractive to opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not just about attracting women, it's about attracting opportunity into your life as well. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go on and get up out of here. Make sure you guys get on the wait list for the Ladies Man Bundle. That's coming on April 15th. Get on the wait list right now. I can only hold so many people, so the people who are on the wait list are going to get first dibs. Also, guys, like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you can get this good player-ish fresh off the press. If you're on Facebook, give me a follow, like, and get a page of review, and share this on your stories or whatever. If you're watching on Apple or Spotify, make sure you guys give me a 5-star review, and give me a 5-star review, and leave a comment, leave a review about what you think and how the game has changed your life. Watch it on YouTube. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you can get this good player-ish fresh off the press. Y'all know my slogan, playerism is the antidote to feminism. It's your great, gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre.